Okay. Hello, my name is Miah Hooker, and I attended the concert and university band Bencher's performance on February the 11th, 2025. So basically, I'm going to give a some things that I've noticed, observations, um, my descriptions of each song, and the ratings that I gave for each song because I just do things like that. So yeah, okay. So, the first time, this is my first concert experience. Let's start there. That was my first concert experience. Well, not concert, but concert band experience. And I found it very interesting because I seen, first of all, the atmosphere and the venue was beautiful. I've never been in Moody before. It's beautiful in there. Um I noticed that there were instruments, percussion instruments specifically, that I've never seen before. I believe it was a xylophone. I've never seen a xylophone in person, or was it I can't remember. I'm sorry. I don't know the technical name for it. I really couldn't see it from my seat, but yeah, it just reminded me of a xylophone if that's what it was. Um, I also noticed that the audience, including myself, would applaud every time that a conductor would come out, no matter if the conductor was the same conductor or a different one, which there were only two. They would clap in the beginning when they first came out and the end after the song was finished. Um, so getting into that, the band wouldn't clap. They would subtly stomp their feet. I like that. That was very interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. Um, as for the conductor specifically, I noticed that the more they threw the more expressive their body movements were, the more the not stronger, but the broader the dynamic of the music. Like basically, if they would throw their hand really hard, the music would become louder. The band will become louder. Okay, so as for my descriptions and my ratings for these songs, starting with high vibrations, this piece was very intense. It was very action packed. Definitely woke me up. Was not expecting that to be so like it packed a punch as the first song. It made me reminisce on the movie Jaws for some reason in the beginning. Like a build up from like something really slow. Not slow, I'm sorry. Something like, you know, I hope that helped me like anyways, I don't really know how to explain it, but it was loud and commanding, and it sounded like it demanded attention, but it was very thrilling. I loved the song. It was very enjoyable, and it was a standout piece, very much. 10 out of 10, loved it. Nobles of Mystic Shrine was a melody that gave playful, whimsical vibes that were like a kid's on a carousel. A kid's on a carousel. I don't know why I gave that, and it also gave like a mischievous children's movie, like the Little Rascals, how they were always into something, pulling some type of they were always on some type of adventure. That's what it gave to me. And it slowly progressed into something more like older adolescence, where like it was like a marching band in a school. So overall it just gave like children growing up and experiencing new things in life, or just doing different things in life. Next was out. Well, sorry, 8 out of 10. I liked it. Not as much, but I liked it. Outcast Aways was a piece that invoked deep emotion to me. It started off very heartfelt, very melon. I can't even pronounce the word. Sorry. It was it was yeah. I'm sorry. It was very heartfelt. It kind of gave a major achievement or something very emotional, like in a Disney movie. Just say at the end where a princess would kiss the prince. It just gave something like that, very Disney quality. A magical adventure similar to Peter Pan. Yes, it reminded me a lot of Peter Pan, something that you would hear in Peter Pan, like towards the end of the movie. It built up a lot of emotion inside me. It was very moving. For some reason, I really wanted to cry when I heard it. Don't know why, but I did. Safely Rest was a piece that was very powerful and inspiring to me. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to give the ratings. Outcast Waves was a 9 out of 10. Like I said, moved me a lot, made me want to cry. Safely Rest was a piece that felt very powerful and inspiring. It's like someone had did something significant that impacted humanity. It felt like something that I would hear if there was a slideshow or historical events, like people changing everyone's life. Like something that, like, Hidden Figures, that movie. It kind of reminded me of something that I would hear in Hidden Figures. It was very good. Like, if there was a historical montage, that would definitely be the song that played in the background. That was a 8 out of 10. Very good. Then Champion. Ironically about Champion, I did not read the pamphlet to see what song was next, and I had already started typing out my notes to explain it, but basically what I'm getting at is it was spot on to the name of the song because it was Champion. But anyway, getting into that, this piece was very strong and it was an adventure. It was very adventurous. It gave determination. Like, it made my adrenaline pump. It made me feel like I could go today or tomorrow, and, well, just hearing the song in general, I could have went right then and climbed Mount Everest. If I was capable of climbing Mount Everest in one solid day or in the time period it took to play that song, I feel like I could do it. Or just listen to the song over and over again. I think that I could really do something like that, or rock climb. It just made me feel like I would be able to achieve something big. Like, it gave accomplishments, it gave very in-depth, I don't know, it was memorable. It was very impactful experience. I like this song a lot. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it was very fast. It had a fast-paced tempo. It was shifting into something more dramatic, from something slow to very dramatic. It was back and forth between those two elements, but it created a very sense of overcoming a challenge, like something that was going from, oh, I feel like I can't do it, but I know I can, and I did it. If that makes sense, like just achieving success. So 9 out of 10. Sorry, I said 8 out of 10, I believe. I'm kind of just going with the flow. Anyways, Inland Ocean was, it was the music. The music painted a very vivid image of, like, something with giants and fairies. Now, this is gonna have to buckle your seatbelt for this one. So basically, the loud and very dramatic parts of the song gave the introduction to the giants. Very loud, very strong, very large. Well, the music wasn't large, but I'm saying, like, it was very dramatic and loud. So it just gave, it was not vibrant, but it was very in your face. So it definitely felt like the introduction to, if you were to see a giant in a movie. And then it turned into this slow, whimsical, magical, majestic sounds where the music just slowed down. It was, like, really good, and it just reminded me of the introduction to fairies. Like, fairies are very magical, very mystical. They're fairies. Like Tinkerbell. If you've never seen Tinkerbell before, you would think that she's, I don't know where I'm getting at with that. But then there was a shift in, there was a shift between the two contrasting styles blending together, and that's where it made me feel like there was a treaty, like they decided to coexist. If there was a movie about giants and fairies, this is the part where they decided to coexist after putting up aside all their differences because of the blend and the balance, like a peace treaty that was formed between two powerful forces. Very, very descriptive, I know. But if I know you know the song, so if you've heard it, I'm pretty sure you can like imagine what I'm saying. Anyways, so then you have Elevation. This is one of my favorites. It was a piece that was grand in cinematic quality. It kind of reminded me of the beginning of 20th Century Fox, like dun 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 dun, dun, you know, like that. And it was something that was it was setting the stage for something epic. I don't know. It was like something that I would hear in also like the Simpsons movie. If Bart was to do something, I don't know. That if you watch Simpsons, you know what I mean by that. Like him getting into some trouble. That's what it reminded me of. It was playful but yet powerful. It was playful but yet a very powerful musical arrangement. The tempo shifts with different instrument families made the piece very engaging. I loved it. Like I was on the end of my seat, like very much. I thought that as much as I was paying attention, I was a part of the band. Like I love the dynamic. It's great. So then we have last but not least. 9 out of 10 for Elevation. Then we have Zing. This piece had a very energetic and youthful feel. It kind of reminded me of like summer camp. For some reason, the trumpets, like the brass section, kind of reminded me of like the wake up call sound with the trumpet. And then it kind of the music's tempo started to slow down, and the dynamic changed to me to more of summer romance, like two teenagers falling in love at summer camp, spending every day with each other at the lake, or looking at a full moon or something of that nature. The alternating tempo shifted from vibrant to fast to slower and softer. It just kept the piece exciting and unpredictable, you know. And the inclusion of the brass and cymbals added to its charm, making this one of my favorites. Like I loved that the brass and the cymbals. I couldn't see it, but I believe I heard cymbals. I was in not a marching band, but I was in the band in middle school, but like, so I kind of know sounds, but definitely sound like cymbals. But overall, 10 out of 10. So start with a 10 out of 10, end with a 10 out of 10. But overall, I really enjoyed watching the Ventures performance. It was really good. Would I go again? Most definitely. I enjoyed myself a lot more than I expected myself to. But I hope this was good. I love talking to you. I loved having this conversation with you, Dr. Weasley. So, have a great rest of your day. Thank you.